welcome back. Well, we have a few members here from Old Pros. We have Yila here and Bill and Sunita. Well, welcome everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to our new format of Zoom interviewing.
Yes, it's amazing.
It is. Well, how are you guys all doing? First off, let's just kind of go around the room here and tell me how you're doing. Yila, let's start with you.
I'm busy as always, even though we're not leaving the house. Zoom is amazing. Just being part of the podcasts, which are keeping us, right on our toes,
Right.
and still working with the Old Pros. So it's, so busy. Yeah,
So you're finding ways to communicate even though you're doing your social distancing.
absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we've heard great things about the community, that everybody's doing a really good job. Bill, how about you?
I work out of my studio every day. I'm been busy, and once in a while I go out for a walk. But otherwise, my work hasn't changed. I've been very lucky that I've been doing the social distancing working for many years, so it's all good.
Yeah, I hear you. And Sunita, how about you?
Well, I'm trying to use my time with my Spanish learning. And guess what? I haven't played the piano for 10 years. So I'm back to that little by little. And of course, Old Pros, it's wonderful to stay active.
Excellent. Well, I'm so happy for you guys. I mean, I think this has all been a very good learning experience for all of us to just sort of figure out all the things that we probably haven't been getting to that we probably should be getting to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's get to our subject. Pardon me?
Cleaning clodsets out.
Exactly.
Yeah, cleaning closets, painting, gardening, whatever we've been putting off. So, all right. Well, let's talk about.
Also, admiring the flora around us when we are walking, because we didn't have time to stand and stare. Now we do.
Right. All right. Well, let's talk about podcasts, because I know that's what you guys are here to talk about. And everybody is now going to know exactly what we're talking about in podcasts. So, Sunita, why don't you tell me a little bit about the process and just kind of what it's all about?
Okay, well, just for some of you who may not know what a podcast is, let me just take you down memory lane. When we were growing up, we used to listen to those wonderful stories on the radio. A podcast is just that, but instead of the radio, Old Pros is using the internet. Mm-hmm. We launched our Old Pros Radio Hour in November of 2019 with only 5 episodes. Mm-hmm. Every Friday, we post a new episode, and guess what? We've grown from 5 to 25 today, being a Friday. Our 25th episode was posted. Excellent. Now, we all know that our Laguna Woods Village residents come from different walks of life. Their life experience are very rich and vibrant. They have many extraordinary stories to share. Old Pros Radio Hours is a series of such podcasts. Mm-hmm. And it's free. Ding, 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 ding. You can listen to these podcasts wherever, whenever, because we are using the internet. Right. And Lisa, you can send the information to your family and friends in the US as well as abroad. Oh. So you need to go to ocoldpros.org, mm-hmm. and there's a blue icon, Old Pros Radio Hour, that you can click on.
Perfect.
Our episodes are about 30 minutes each, and we cover a wide variety of topics. For example, humor, drama, nonfiction, romance. And we also have our specials. In February, we did our Valentine's Day special, right. Love Fill the Air. Mm-hmm. Upcoming specials are Mother's Day, Father's Day.
Right. That sounds great. And, and I like the fact that you have lots of different people participating, and you have a nice genre for different, time frames and things like that. So Gila, what are some things that you're responsible for when you do these podcasts?
Well, I have been writing, among other things, I've been writing the narrations that our friend Bill here ends up reading, which we are very grateful for. But I also have been writing some stories, and part of that is this. The stories and the narrations are by people that live right here in Laguna Woods. And there are some stories that were, in public domain, but mostly from people that live right here. And they go out, as Sunita said, to the whole world, which is amazing. They cry, they laugh, they get into their imaginations around the world. And they come from right here. And so part of what I do is write some stories and read them. And then I'd like to reach out to people here in Laguna Woods who may have their own stories, who would like to share them with all these people around the world who have been listening. Stories about your family, about your pets, maybe something funny that happened that you still laugh at after many years. Maybe a story that about your experiences traveling, or special holidays that you've shared with friends and family, all kinds of stories. And we would love you to write them and send them in, and we will help you share them with people everywhere, Asia, Africa, Europe. They really are listening.
That's great. And one thing I was going to say is that we talked about on our show the other day about writing an autobiography. But I think for some people, it might be hard to get started. How do you get started writing? What are some ideas that you would have for them?
If you sit down and just let your imagination take over, sometimes they say that you should sit there and plan it out and get the make your what's the beginning, what's the middle, what's the end. But an awful lot of people just sit there and say, oh, I remember that time, and start to write.
Okay.
And they just write, and the writing takes over. So you can do it either way. You can really plan it out if you want to.
Yeah.
This is something you always wanted to share with people, or you could just sit there and let it just happen. Your pen or pencil or computer becomes a magic instrument and does it for you.
Now, Bill, you look like you have some ideas there. You look like you're itching to tell us.
No, I'm not itching at just spoken like a true Gila, spoken like a true writer. You sit down, do by the seat of your pants, or you map it out. But the stories, the fact that they all come from the village is what got me attracted to this, because I was in the business of narrating books. And I thought, okay, I can do something local with the community here, and went to the initial meetings and then found out they really had no technical idea of how to put the podcast together. And I have actually done that. I've produced my own podcasts and I got involved with the technical side of this. And, read some stories, and they said, would you host this thing? I say, sure, it's easy enough. I do it from here in my studio. So I just send the intros and outros, and they put it together. But it's the stories. I mean, I love writing and just reading, and just, you can write to write a story, even if it's a memoir, just sit down and start to write.
Yeah.
And let your imagination do it. Right. And then you go back and edit it, as any good writer will tell you. The first edit, the first draft is nothing. It's the editing when you start to go back. And that's what makes great stories.
Now, you said that you've started to get a lot more people listening now, and I know you can track that. How has the response been?
Sunita?
Well, it's getting better. We had more than 1,000 listeners. Is that right, Gila? Yeah. And it comes from all over the world. I mean, we've had India and we've had China, have we? I can't remember. But the UK, and it's, widespread. And remember, we are bringing the whole world into the audience's own space. I think that's the key.
Well, I love that. And I think it's, it's a really nice opportunity, like I said, for people to be involved, as well as something that you're giving back to the community and you're giving, like you said, to the world to be able to listen. Because like you said, Gila, there's a lot of people here who have amazing stories, and they've really contributed a lot to our community as well as to our country. And there could even be people from, another country that have moved here that have lots of stories. So why don't we tell everybody how they can get a hold of you guys? I know, Cindy, you gave us the website. Go ahead and give us that information again, because we'll put that up on the screen for them.
Wonderful. You have to go to the site ocoldpros.org. And on that page, you will see a blue icon which reads Old Pro Radio Hour.
Right.
Click on that and woohoo, you will see all the episodes in chronological order. Or you can go to buzzsprout.com/443044 and go directly to Old Pro Radio Hours. I'm going to quiz you on those sites, Gila.
Really? Well, that is awesome. Well, I appreciate all of you spending time with us, and good luck, and stay healthy, and enjoy your social distancing.
Thank you. Thank you for having us there.
All right.
So everybody tune on to Old Pros Radio Hour. Let's go.
All right. You guys are awesome. Thank you again.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. And we'll be right back after this.